Imagine a month, a whole month, without running water. That's been the reality for many residents in Johannesburg's Coronationville. Neighbouring suburbs like Mayfair and Auckland Park have had days without electricity due to damaged towers in the area. For the latest on these service delivery woes, I'm joined by eNCA's Nobile Madlala, who's been checking on that situation. Nobile, how are the affected communities coping without water for weeks on end?
Well, basically, to us, they've called it a nightmare to me. They're saying to me it's been very difficult. A lot of things have been affected. I mean, they're very close to a hospital. They also have early childhood that's now been affected to such an extent that there are kids that are now not going to school because they can't bath. But also when they go to school, they don't have water. So if anything happens, then there's no sense of help in terms of if they need water. And also with the corona at the moment, you need sanitation, and so there's no form of sanitation at the moment. So a lot of parents, residents, families just frustrated over this. They're saying that they have been trying to reach out and there seems to be no assistance. They're just frustrated. But also at this point you have people that also need food and they need to basically cook and all of these things. Under the Easter, they can't cook, they can't do the basic of basic things because there isn't enough water. And when there is, they say that there are trucks that come in and they come at about 10 o'clock at night. They are old people, they can't run to the truck. They're only there for at least 5 minutes and they're gone, so you got to run after them. So there's a lot of inconvenience that has been created there. But let's listen into some of the residents in that area.
With the water shortage, it's been difficult because we have to get up extra early in the morning now to make sure that we can clean our vegetables and wash our rice and everything, to basically clean the pots and things after cooking. You must remember these people standing in the line are already suffering without water at their homes. They come from a poverty background. So the hygiene purposes here is very important where the cooking is concerned. So we try and fill our buckets at 3 o'clock in the morning already to make sure that we've got water to rinse the vegetables and the rice and everything. So, and especially the area itself, Coronation, it's extremely difficult because there are a lot of kids here. Slovo, for instance, is just around the corner. Slovo is packed with children. So you'll see at 11:30 the kids are standing here already, can't wash their hands. And so I make sure that we've got regular sanitizer here for them. And I think the main thing with the water shortage is the cooking, because you can't feed people food that you haven't washed. So getting up, the two of them get up early in the morning so they can fill up the buckets and clean the vegetables, and by 5 o'clock our pots needs to be done. By 11 o'clock we're done feeding, then we need to struggle to get water to clean the utensils again for the following day. So it's been difficult.
We've got pre-primary school children and a few aftercare. And it means that the sanitation is impacted. Water in this space of a pre-primary school, health becomes your primary issue to deal with. So you have to ensure the place is absolutely 100% clean. The toilets are continuously flushed. The children do not touch dirt. And then we have COVID, which sort of re-emphasized the cleanliness, and then obviously observing all the protocols is an addition to it. So if there's no water, your health system that you have in place is largely affected, and your sanitation is then affected. We have to constantly get water to flush toilets. So the reality is water is life.
So just for context, Nobile, in addition to the homes, how it's affecting homes, schools and early childhood development centers in the area, this whole situation with water, there's also the Rahima Musa Mother and Child Hospital, which is also in the area of Coronationville as well. So one would hope that enough contingency measures are in place there. Speaking of that, the other issue that's plaguing those areas is the issue of electricity and, intermittent supply in areas around there. What's the city of Johannesburg saying about this particular issue?
Well, basically, to us, we couldn't get to the city of Joburg, which is the mayor's office. We couldn't get directly to them, but we did get a hold of the Joburg Water, and they then sent us back to a statement that they had released, basically acknowledging that there won't be water in the area, but again saying that this is due to the electricity issue. So there was a power shortage that happened on the 29th of March, and as a result, this has affected the reservoir, and therefore there's not enough power basically to push the water, as that area is also a bit on the high-lying areas. So now there's that one issue, but at the same time there also seems to be an issue with Rand Water, where they're saying that not enough water has been pumped to that area, but it seems like they are in negotiations, and it seems like they are getting to a solution. From what we can read from the statements, they're saying that once there's more flow from Rand Water, there should be enough water for the residents in that area.
And the substation concerned there is Hurst Hill, in as far as City Power is concerned. And the explanation from them yesterday was that there was a tree that fell on one of their pylons, or some of their pylons, which affected the whole issue of electricity, which has had the ripple effect that you described there. Nqobile Madlala reporting there for us on the issues in the areas of what? Is it West? And I think it's West Johannesburg, that area of Auckland Park, Mayfair, Coronationville. We'll continue to track those stories there. Anyway.